abuse. I won't give up or refuse. This is how it feels when you're bent and broken. This is how it feels when your dignity's stolen and everything you love is leaving. You hold on to what you believe in.
The last thing I heard was you whispering goodbye, and then I heard you fly.
No, not gonna die tonight. We're gonna stand and fight forever.
Don't close your eyes.
No, not gonna die tonight. We're gonna fight for us together. No, we're not gonna die tonight. Break their hold.
Hey guys, part 2 of my daily upload thing today. So today I got Grimlock versus Anihilus. So a couple key things before we start this match. We're going to be using Anihilus during his amped stage. You see, Anihilus recently, or well, not recently, or apparently gotten amped by, I guess he took the strength of the Hulk and amped himself with it. And it was a pretty good amp and a pretty powerful and pretty decent amp. So yeah, and Grimlock will have the Star Saber in this battle. The Star Saber is a weapon that can cleave through the universe and use the energy of stars as a, well, energy blast, energy waves, basically that sort of stuff. Basically to balance out Annihilus's energy projection, Grimlock will have the Star Saber. So yeah, let's begin. An experiment gone absolutely right, apparently to Shockwave's degree. Grimlock actually became one of the most powerful characters in fiction. He's strong enough to beat down Megatron and subdue characters that even Optimus Prime has struggled with. He's punched a Unicron, a character that can destroy galaxies, and made him feel his blows. Grimlock is also incredibly durable, being actually able to stand in Unicron's presence, and Unicron's mere presence is able to erase characters from existence, even rip apart the fabric of space-time, which means Grimlock is actually durable down to molecular level. He's also durable enough to take attacks that even other primes couldn't survive. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Grimlock is actually incredibly fast in reaction speed. He's actually been able to catch Swoop, catch Skywarp, who's a teleporter, and hang with Megatron and Optimus Prime and Drift in terms of training combat, and hang with them in actual physical combat. Grimlock actually is a very good combatant, actually being experienced for thousands of years, ever since the Cretaceous period. He's actually used this skill to hunt down Decepticons, beat characters that will probably be physically stronger than him, and even use his skill to even knock over and even suplex and throw Titan-type characters. That means characters ranging from 600 feet and higher. So he's being able to throw at least metric ton characters with utter ease. Now, the Star Saber. The Star Saber is a legendary weapon of the Primes, actually being able to be wielded by those chosen or those of Prime status. Grimlock has been chosen as one of the members of the Primes because, well, he was able to restrain and help defeat the Fallen. And he was pretty much there at the right time in the right place with a couple other Autobots, so you kind of have that. The Star Saber is a weapon capable of damaging Unicron and has the power to cleave through the universe. Slice through the fabric of space and time and through the universe itself. The Star Saber is actually able to snuff out stars and crumble planets, even able to affect Unicron. So yeah, the Star Saber is a pretty OP weapon. It's also able to absorb and redirect energy blasts, even make its own energy blast pretty much with the energy of, well, like it sounds, a star. So that's who we have in one corner, Grimlock, the legendary Dinobot, this time going against probably his toughest challenge yet on this channel, Anihilus. Anihilus is the ruler of the negative of the, I said negative zone. Oh jeez. Is the ruler of the negative zone, and sorry about that. Is the ruler of the negative zone, and is the, well, a well-respected member of the Galactic Council. Annihilus, with his amp, of course, has been able to really just ragdoll the Hulk and Gladiator, characters that are immensely powerful, arguably stronger than Thor. Well, Hulk definitely stronger. Gladiator, you could argue based on the showings and the fights that they had in the past. I would argue Gladiator is definitely stronger than Thor, at least not more powerful, but definitely stronger than Thor in terms of physical strength. Annihilus has also been able to give Thanos a run for his money, even been able to hurt Thanos with his attacks, break out of Thanos' telekinetic grip as well. He's also incredibly durable in this form as well. He's been able to, well, take a beating from Thanos. Sorry about that. Take a beating from Thanos, take a beating from Gladiator, even take attacks from the Hulk. These are characters who are relatively above and even team busters in their own right. So yeah, I think Annihilus is pretty durable. Annihilus is also incredibly fast, being able to keep up with Gladiator, who moves in the span of nanoseconds. Actually moved faster than Jane Foster Thor's hammer, even maneuver around her and blitz Iron Man. He's been able to casually outreact Thor on a couple occasions, even give Thor a run for his money. Annihilus is also a powerful energy manipulator, being able to absorb Quasar completely, and Quasar and the quantum band. So he pretty much reduced Quasar to nothing but energy just by absorbing him. But to give him credit, you know, to give context its own thing, Quasar was restrained at the time and was badly injured from battling the annihilation wave. So yeah, there's some context behind it. Even when he absorbed Odin's power, Odin was in his Odin sleep and was pretty much vulnerable. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that Annihilus is a good energy absorber, a powerful energy absorber. It's just that he doesn't really use that in direct combat. So yeah, Annihilus is pretty powerful. Annihilus also has his, oh nope, he actually doesn't have that no more, so never mind. So that's who we have, Annihilus the Conqueror. And you know what, I think we won't do that. I think the annihilation would be fair. I was really about to throw Grimlock against the annihilation wave. Oh boy. So first things first, let's put this in a scenario. I'm going to start changing up my battles a lot more. If you guys watched my Rayquaza versus the Guardians of the Galaxy, I put that in a whole new environment, in a whole new scenario. So we're going to be doing this a lot more on the channel. So where do we do this? How are we going to do this? Well, we're going to put this in an all-out war scenario. Annihilus and his Annihilus Horde, and Grimlock and, you know, the Autobots. We'll say Annihilus is trying to invade Cybertron, and, you know, the war goes on. Grimlock somehow meets Annihilus on the battlefield. So, yeah, you have that. So, where do we begin? Well, first things first, physicality. Now, Annihilus actually has a higher base stat than Grimlock. I will put that. I'll put that in there. I would actually, you know, say that honestly. Sorry. I would say Annihilus has a higher base stat than the Hulk. Because look at what they done. I mean, yes, I have said on this channel before, Grimlock would beat the Hulk. And I have put him against Gladiator, and he won that fight as well. But I think for this fight, it's just Annihilus actually does have a higher base stat. I mean, this dude went toe-to-toe with Hulk, Gladiator, and Thanos in literally one... I think it was like 2 or 3 issues, honestly. It wasn't even that quick of a time period, honestly. It was just volume after volume after volume, you know. And if you want to get the complete thing, it was really just one whole issue. So yeah, Annihilus is ridiculously powerful. But I really don't think that's going to matter. Like I say in all my other videos, and I'm sorry if I did not include this in the other one, Grimlock gets stronger with anger, thanks to the fall of Cybertron incarnation of the character. So, yeah, Annihilus may have a higher base stat, but that's not going to last very long. So, I think when the beginning of this fight, Grimlock might get ragdolled quite a bit, but I think that that's gonna piss him off a lot more than some people actually think, and that's gonna make his rage and his strength grow even faster during the course of the fight. So yeah, I think Anihilus will start all stronger, but Grimlock will definitely surpass that strength level at the end. So the fight's going on, and I would have to say Grimlock is actually more durable. Grimlock has a small scale healing factor. Although, yeah, he's able to regenerate, ripped out organs, missing limbs, and all that. And he's even reattached limbs on a couple occasions. You can call it an automated repair system or whatever, but Grimlock is actually techno-organic, meaning he's half tech and half organic. So, yeah, you kind of have that as well. Then you add the healing factor. He's actually able to heal pretty quickly. Shockwave actually messed that dude up, messed the boy up, so bad that when his DNA, the T-Rex DNA was injected into him, Grimlock healed on the spot. As soon as the DNA was injected, boom, done. He's healed. It's done. It's pretty much over at that point. So I would say Anihilus is durable, but Grimlock has the edge with a healing factor. Now, when it comes to a hand-to-hand fight, I favor Grimlock more, again, because he's more skilled. Anihilus does not show skill. He's kind of a brute fighter. He's an intelligent fighter, but he doesn't have the level of skill and training that Grimlock does in this kind of fight. So then you have, energy projection. I actually say that's pretty equal. The Star Saber is actually able to output the same energy as stars, basically supernovas, okay? Couple that with Annihilus's energy blast, which have been able to match Thanos. I think it's safe to say that they're slightly equal. I mean, the Star Saber can, cleave through a universe, and Thanos does have universal levels of energy, being able to send Galactus flying, wipe out Avengers teams, knockout, essentially. But you guys get the point, right? So yeah, I think it's safe to say that they're pretty much equal in terms of energy projection. And energy absorption, I don't think it would matter. I think that would cancel each other out. So yeah, you kind of have that. So what really this kind of fight, I think it really would come down to is how they approach the fight. Anihilus with his Hulk amp was cocky. Pretty confident, I'm not going to say he's going to be cocky during this fight, but he was pretty, I think his downfall in this fight is because he likes to get physical. That Hulk amp actually did go to his head, mind you. He actually went toe-to-toe with Hulk in a physical fight. Toe-to-toe with a Gladiator in a physical fight. And actually went toe-to-toe with Thanos in a physical fight and didn't really utilize his energy projection that much. Grimlock is in a very, very, very experienced combatant. That is not something you want to engage with. So yeah, I'd say that this would actually come down to how they approach each other in a fight. Now, how does Grimlock Now, how does Grimlock approach in fights? Well, back in G1 days, Grimlock was physical. Yeah, he rushed in brute style, but he had skill to him. It's a brute with skill, which was definitely dangerous in his G1 appearances. Over the years, Grimlock began to get more strategic, more crafty in his combat. In Fall of Cybertron, he was able to organize both him and the Dinobots, which is a 5-man squad, him and 4 others, in a strategic way. He was able to organize them, and pretty much, they were pretty much the front line. He's really experienced on the front lines. So really, that's kind of how it is. Grimlock also in hand-to-hand combat engages like a gladiator. Sword and shield ready. Going in, not really taking much. Basically, waiting out, studying his opponent like a gladiator would. He's done this with Hardshell. He's done this with Sharp Shot, and has done this with other characters in the past. Even not Dinobots, even Predacons. He even soloed his own team with utter ease, and he didn't even use his sword or shield in that fight. But with the Star Saber and his shield, and with his greater combat experience than Annihilus. Sure, you could argue Annihilus could, ragdoll him at the beginning, knock him out right away. But the thing is, though, Grimlock has taken attacks far above Annihilus, okay? He's took a blast from True Form Primus, which is basically a multiversal singularity, and wasn't knocked out. He's taken a blast from Optimus Prime, and it just got his attention, like, okay, Prime, what did I do wrong? He's taking pretty much attacks from Megatron, who you could say would be sort of the Thanos of his universe, in all due respect. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, when the rocks settle, when the dust clears, Grimlock will have Annihilus's head during this fight. Annihilus doesn't have backup. He doesn't have help like the way he beat Thanos. He beat Thanos with help. He basically BFR'd Thanos. That's not going to happen here if you invade Cybertron. So at the end of the day, I give it to Grimlock at least 5.5 times out of 10. But let me know what you guys think. Please comment down below, like, and subscribe, and share with your friends. Remember, this is a triple upload day for me. So there's actually a what if coming out very soon, and we'll be diving into it. This is Legendary Ghidorah, and I will see you guys later. Peace.